I've got to make changes in my life. I can't live in this weather, Muddy. It's like...
Well, you have to emigrate then.
No, I can't emigrate. I'm too old. Hello, good morning. So I just thought it's my first morning back in London. I'm about to go into work. My hair, I slept on it wet, so it's all over the place. I thought I'd just show you what I'm wearing today. So it is a Joseph pleated skirt in silk, my Marni shoes, and my woolen ankle socks, which I love, and a roll neck by Walford. It's weird putting all these clothes on after being away in Kenya and wearing shorts and a t-shirt for 9 days. So, it's always nice to get home, isn't it? It's nice to have your own kettle, I always think. And it's wonderful to see Matilda, although she really didn't appreciate me collecting her. She could have stayed at Anna's forever. She loved it. Work. So, yeah, I'm back at work, recording an episode of the podcast this morning, then doing my 3.5-hour radio show. But before all that, actually, I'm going to drive over to Holland Park to drop my stuff in for my accountant who's in Holland Park, and I quite like driving over there. Do you know what's really nice is getting back in my car. Sorry to all those people who say I should give up the car. It will never happen, unless economically or financially, should I say. But anyway, so I'm going to drive over there. Then I'm going to go into work and do the podcast. And it is it's freezing. I don't know whether it's extra cold or I'm just feeling the cold. Probably the latter. Off we go. So I thought, as I am driving, oh gosh, what's happened here? I think there's a cab that's in trouble. Hope this guy's okay. In your own time, I don't mind, I'll wait. Poor guy's broken down. That cab. Everyone's helping him. Anyway, I thought as I was driving, it's an opportunity to have a chat, as much for me as for you, because I don't know about you, when I go away, I often think I come back with things a lot clearer in my head as to, gosh, what I'm doing with my life, basically. And what changes I should make and things like that. Now, the situation with me is, as with many people who are freelance, the decision on what I should do with my work is completely out of my hands, really, because I am at the mercy of people who want to employ me and give me a contract. Gosh, this poor cabbie, what's wrong with him? I think it must be the wheel. He stopped again, never mind. I'm going to overtake. I think he's alright. So I'm limited as to what life changes I can make. But you will know that, and this is boring for all of you, that the flat I'm in is rented, and that the lady who owns it is trying to sell it. Things after Brexit have apparently picked up on the property market, so maybe she will be able to sell it. Whatever. I have to decide whether I'm going to go back down to my own flat now and live there, which isn't anywhere near as nice a flat, but it's obviously cheaper because the flat I'm renting is more expensive. So I've made the decision, yes I will. So I am going to go back down to my old flat, but not for a couple of months. So that's one thing. The other thing is work. And as I say, that's out of my hands really. But I have decided I love this platform. I love YouTube. And I have decided to do a bit more on YouTube. But it's down to you. I'd like your thoughts on this, because lots of people have said in the comment section, and I read every single comment, and it's, you know, it's all feedback, and I can only gauge from what you like, what you don't like. It's very interesting what you engage with, what you don't like, what you really dislike, you get an analytics literally at the end of every video, so I can see how many of you have watched, for how long, how many of you love it, how many of you don't like it, and you can get a take on what's popular and what's not popular. But a lot of you have asked if I would do 2 vlogs a week. Now, I suppose I have a very busy life, so I can fill 2 vlogs a week. There's a lot more than what I show you in 1 vlog a week of what I'm getting up to. It depends on whether you're actually that interested. So I'm putting that out there. I'd love your comments, please. Do you think you would lose interest if I was posting 2 vlogs a week? I would do it on a Wednesday and a Sunday. Do you think it's best the way I am? Just, you know, once a week on a Sunday. And the vlogs are a bit longer now. They're between 15 and 20 minutes. And I certainly don't think they can be any longer than that. So those are my thoughts. Should I start to post an extra vlog? Instagram and Twitter, I'm not big on Instagram and Twitter because I find it very false and fake, and it's staged, you know, just one snack of a picture to represent everything. That's why I love YouTube, because it plays out in real time. I really like that. So I'm not going to bother upping my Instagram and Twitter. I mean, I'll just keep what I have, and if I get more subscribers on that, that's fantastic. The subscribers on my YouTube channel, I seem to be stuck at 17,500. I don't know why. I've just like plateaued. And you all keep with me, which is brilliant. But if every one of you could tell one friend to subscribe. Now, when I was away in Kenya, the women I was with, they all watched my videos, but none of them had subscribed. And they didn't know how to. And I actually am rubbish at showing people how to, because you have to subscribe to Google. All of this is free, it doesn't cost you anything, but loads of people said I don't remember my password to Google, and I think, oh, I'm absolutely with you on this, it's all so tedious. But at the same time, it really helps me if you subscribe. So yeah, what else in my life changing? What else? I'm trying not to work so hard. I know that sounds crazy when I've just said I might do an extra YouTube a week, but it's things at work that are, you know, I go out most nights to see shows because I'd be interviewing the people later. I do a podcast every week, and I do a 3.5-hour show, and it is a lot. And before I went to Kenya, I was really tired, and I'm going to try, and I feel really good at the moment. No doubt I'm probably going to get a cold after this, but I feel really energized. And the trouble with me is when I get like that, I'll just do more and more and more. Little Frenchie crossing the road. I'm going around now Park Lane, so I don't know how much I can show you, but you'll probably see it. I love driving down here. Did I say I'm on the way to Holland Park, my accountant? Probably. So yes, I've got to, you know, pace myself and not end up doing a million different things and running around taking on more and more stuff. So I've got to be more measured on what I do. And that's it. So me. But I often think that it's time, you know, when you have a bit of a break, which is what I've just done, I must have gained from it something other than having a lovely time in Kenya. I must have used that time to think, right, what am I now going to do with my life? There we go, that's it. Okay, I'm going to point the camera in the other direction so you'll see what I'm looking at now as I'm driving down Park Lane. Traffic. How ridiculous am I? I've come to Park Lane. I'm going to Holland Park. I don't even have been in Park Lane. I am now stuck in traffic on Park Lane. Oh, when I could have just gone down Bayswater Road. I'm crazy. See, this is what happens. Now I'm going to start to get stressed because I'm going to be late for work. Bring it on. Hello, I'm in the studio because Paul McKenna is about to come in. He's got a book out on 7 ways to save or break a relationship. As you know, I've never succeeded in making a relationship. They've all broken. And now I don't care because I don't think I've got any hormones. But I am interested to know what he has to say. And I'm going to stick this camera in front of his face. He'll either say no, or I think he's very media friendly, isn't he? So, yeah. So follow me and we'll go and see. I wonder if he even remembers who I am.
Oh, there she is. I brought you a present.
Oh, give it to me in the studio. Paul McKenna,
yeah.
You are on my vlog, which I expect you to subscribe to.
I will do.
Just tell, because I can't record you when we're in the studio on here, but just tell everyone why you're here.
Right, I'm here promoting my new book called The 7 Things That Make or Break a Relationship. And so if you are one of those people who wants to get into a relationship, you keep repeating the same mistakes, you keep dating, the wrong person, here it is. Or you're in a relationship and you want it to be even better, then this is for you. And so I shall be talking with Joe. I'll be talking with you in just a moment about this.
I have had, and I'll tell you this on air, people need to go to BBC Sounds to catch up on this. So if you're not listening this afternoon when it goes live, you can go to BBC Sounds and hear what Paul has to say, because there's also an audio version of this. Is that right?
There's audio that comes with it, audio and video, yeah.
I've had a disastrous history of relationships,
Oh.
and I always go for the same type. Paul, I never go for nice, well that sounds awful because a lot of them are probably listening. I always go for the bad boy.
Bad boys. Yes, and now there's a part of you that likes a bad boy, right?
So would you say we repeat practices?
Yes, we do. When we're growing up, we watch a training video, really, to see how mum and dad relate. And then that sets up usually the parameters within which we relate. But very often we'll date a certain kind of person, we'll go, I'm never dating that sort of person ever again, and then we become the polar opposite. And so the best thing to do is, well, when you read this, Joe, and you do the audio video techniques, it will change your subconscious mind. Are you looking for Mr. Right?
No. I've earned the right to be alone, but most of my listeners are. Listen, I better go in. Okay. I love Paul McKenna. He always wears wonderful suits. I always love what you wear. You're so well turned out.
Okay, thank you.
See you later. I'll just go and prepare the studio.
All right, fantastic. Bye.
Love him. So you can go to BBC Sounds and hear the whole of that interview. Look at this weather.
Yeah.
I mean, this time last week I was in the Indian Ocean. Now I'm in a woolly hat. Oh, look, I'm wearing a woolly hat. I was in a bikini.
Well, at least your hat looks good on
But
you.
a hat looks awful.
Look what I look like.
We both look pretty grim.
We look like 2 plum puddings with a face on them. Anyone coming towards us, I think it's like 2. You don't like the plum duff bun? No.
Plum duff.
Yeah, the plum.
The spotty
my
dick.
My mouth goes funny, as you know.
Plum duff.
Well, I know what it is. It's just getting my mouth.
I've got to make changes in my life. I can't live in this weather, Muddy. It's like...
Well, you have to emigrate then.
No, I can't emigrate. I'm too old. No one wants you at this age. It's just like, there's no, I mean, you can't...
just keep thinking about it. Why don't you just think of something different?
What? Sunshine?
Don't sit there thinking, oh, this weather.
Well, you can't have had any vitamin D for 4 months.
I have, the tablets I take. You could just have it artificially. Have that and then don't worry about it.
Do I look any browner?
Well, you're all right, but my eyes are so bad now. I soon won't see you at all, the rate they're going.
That could be a blessing.
Well, yeah.
Matilda's eyes aren't good.
No. But you're a good girl. You enjoyed your holiday, though.
She loved her holiday.
Yeah.
Her skin
and they
cleared
missed
up.
you. I can see they missed you.
Right.
Here we go.
Quite fancy a hot chocolate in Sainsbury's.
I do
Don't
like.
you?
I really like the old Sainsbury's chocolate thing.
Yeah, let's have one of those. So that's it from me this week. Oh, sorry. Gosh, everything's wrong. Blimey. Take 2. So that's it from me this week. I hope it hasn't been too boring. It's been, I'm just sort of getting back into the groove, and as you heard from the beginning, I've tried to make some decisions about where my life should go. In fact, it's probably just going to go where it takes me. How much choice do we all have in life? There is fate involved and everything else. But anyway, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. Next week I get back into the routine of where I'm meant to be every single night, which is out every single night doing all the different stuff. But it was nice to sort of ease myself back in to London. Give us a thumbs up, please subscribe. Please get me away from this plateau of 17,500. I need to get to 18 and then 100,000 and I get a YouTube button if I'm still alive. Leave a comment because I try to answer all the comments. Spread the word. Send me your walking women from Carnaby Street. We haven't had many. Or I hope you're emailing. Email them to me. That's probably the best way. Anyway, have a great week. I will see you next Sunday at 11. Bye.